Hey folks, Blaster here once again, and um, no products to do at this time or anything. Just wanted to make, I'll admit, this is a stopgap because I'm kind of in a lull with products to open or do anything with at the moment. Um, but really, this is just a thought I just had. Um, and it's about Yu-Gi-Oh! GX and the unpopularity it seems to have among people. A lot of people seem to think that GX is really bad. There's a lot of people who think that only the original Yu-Gi-Oh counts as, and things like GX is stupid and 5Ds is ridiculous because it was just card games on motorcycles. And card games on motorcycles is hilarious. Right? There's Little Karibo dealt with that whole deal. There's one of his April Fool's videos was just card games on motorcycles. You probably know what it is about. Um, I don't know enough about Zeal, I'll admit. Because I sort of fell out of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Community for some time, I'd never actually watched Zeal from the start. So I'm dealing. I came in and I've come back in for Arc 5 and I love Arc 5, but what I'm wanting to get into is the GX hate because I think it's largely unjustified. Um, I mean, I can see where it came from. People were dealing with people didn't want to like it because the show they'd been watching for 5 seasons had just come to an end, and this new show had come in and replaced it. So I can understand why people want to dislike it blindly, but there's more to it than the original thing. It's a lot darker than people seem to think it is because people think it's lighthearted and melt and poppy because that's just what it's how Jaden is portrayed. I don't think a lot of people watch the. I think a lot of people who have this opinion haven't seen the Japanese, so I'll refer to him as Jaden for that purpose. But this whole thing is just stemmed from a realization I've just come to about Chumley, or Hayato, as he's known in the Japanese version. Um, because for the whole first season, he's there, and he's not portrayed as a strong duelist at all. He's the sidekick. He's the sidekick that's in danger most of the time, and that and the thing is, his story is what pointed out to me that not everyone goes to Duel Academy to be the best duelist. He, on 2 occasions, he has an opportunity to do various things, and it depends. And he's really placed into a scenario where doing these things relies on the outcome of the duels he has. And both times, he actually loses the duels. But, despite losing, he's still allowed to go and do those things that he wants to do. The first time is he wants to stay at Duel Academy and he has a duel with his dad. A lot of people know that as in the original Japanese, he was dueling against his dad. His dad was using drunk monsters, but for the dub they changed it to hot sauce because they didn't want to do out because 4 kids obviously can't have alcohol on a 4 kid show. So yeah, there's hot the yeah, they changed from drunk monsters to dizzy monsters. Dizzy Tiger, it said drunk tiger. But yeah, he loses the duel, so he believes he's going to have to go home, leave. He's going to have to leave Duel Academy forever, and give up on his dreams of becoming a card designer, because that's what he wants to do. But he's impressed the people who matter, and he's allowed to stay, and that's what made me realize that there's more morals to GX than a lot of people think. It's not always about winning. It's as long as you can prove you have the heart to do it, to do what you set your mind to, and that's what happens in every single one of Hayato's duels. He puts on he gives it everything he's got. He goes all out, and even though he loses, people can see that his determination is so strong to do these things. The second duel he has is against Kronos slash Crowler, and if he wins, he gets to graduate and take a job at Industrial Illusions as a card designer for Pegasus. And again, he loses, but in that duel he uses a card that he created, and it's once again the determination he puts into it. It's his attitude of never giving up and always pursuing it to the best of your abilities that impresses everyone, and they just go, all right, okay, so you lost, but you've got the heart for what you're doing, so yeah, you can come with us after all. Season 2, the entire season 2 of GX is all about is all about destiny and defying destiny and that. And I don't even believe that destiny is a thing. I don't think everything's predetermined. I mean, if I morbid much, but if I get hit by a bus tomorrow, I'm not gonna. Well, I don't think if I get hit by a bus tomorrow, I don't think that's something that's. I don't think when I was born, it was written in the stars that on the 2nd of August 2014 he'll get hit by a bus. I don't believe that. So that's how things go to me. There's a lot more moral in it, and I mean, if again go into season 3, I don't think there's much of a major lesson in season 3 that I can discern, but it does get really quite dark from season 3 onwards. And I love GX, I really do. I mean, people who've known me for a very long time know that my older screen name before it was Blasted Dark Realm was Yubel Malevolent, and I take that obviously from Yubel and her malevolent nature in season 3 of GX. She is far and away one of my favourite characters of any anime ever. So yeah, definitely love how GX as a whole series. 5Ds I love as well. 5Ds was definitely a lot more mature than either of the other two series, I think. Really, from the fact that the all the main characters, well, most of the main characters are, instead of like teenagers or children, as they were in the original two series, in the first two series, they're actually young adults. Yusei is 18 at the beginning of the series, as opposed to being younger, probably like maybe 14 or 15, like Judai was, or however old Yugi was, I don't know. But yeah, he's definitely a lot more mature, and I mean, if I mean, you watch GX, and to summon the Earthbound Immortals, you actually have to kill people. So yeah, there's that. I mean, the darkness. There's always been an element of darkness across Yu-Gi-Oh. I mean, watch season 0 if you don't believe me for that. But yeah. So I know this really doesn't come as a surprise to anyone who actually knows Yu-Gi-Oh, but you know, I wanted to put up a video for people to watch, because there isn't anything at the moment for me to do, and yeah, my next opening might not be for another week and a half still, or 2 weeks still, before Duelist Alliance comes out. But so I just thought I'd try and put something out for you. So that's all really. Living once again, to bring things social a bit. Leave messages in the comments below about what series of Yu-Gi-Oh! All in that you like and don't like, and why really. I mean, I know I didn't mention Zeal, and I've made a conscious effort not to mention Arc 5 yet, because that hasn't even started in English yet, and I know there are some people who do just watch Yu-Gi-Oh! In English, so I haven't mentioned Arc 5, other than the fact that I did mention that I absolutely adore this series. There's a lot going on, and there's definitely more to certain characters in it than meets the eye, and when things kick off in Arc 5, I will be doing another video about different characters and how I think they're gonna go. But with even the Japanese version only being at 16 episodes so far, I think it's too early for me to be doing anything like that video wise. But we'll see, and that's all from me for now. So peace out, guys. Laters.